Well, we're going to get into another conversation now where we'll be talking about funding agriculture, and we're joined by the Managing Director of the Agricultural Finance Corporation, and that is Lucas Meso, joining us live from our City Center studio. Good afternoon and Happy New Year. Great to see you, Mr. Meso.
Thank you very much, Abiagina, and thank you very much for this interview.
All right.
I look forward to engaging you on various issues on financing agriculture.
All right. And let's just pick it up from the agricultural sector contributes over 25% to the country's gross domestic product. And one of the big challenges facing the sector right now is limited access to capital. As the body tasked with funding farmers, what is your assessment of where we are as a country when it comes to funding small-scale farmers?
Thank you very much for that question. And I would really want to concentrate on what we do as AFC. I think if you look at the country, funding that goes to agriculture is, I think, at a level of 5%. Of the GDP, and that is extremely small. And therefore, our concentration in AFC is to help the small-scale farmers, whom, by the way, constitute a large percentage of what goes on to what we call food security. And therefore, in AFC, we have realized that it is becoming very expensive to fund individual farmers. And therefore, we have come up with products that are meant to help, first of all, have a bigger outreach and also have an impact. Because when you finance farmers, you want to see them improve in their incomes and also in the area of food security. And that brings me to the question now that everybody's talking about. I think the Big Four agenda, which talks about food security and manufacturing, and that's where AFC is coming in. Now,
all right.
Funding small-scale farmers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Abby?
Yes, carry on. I can hear you.
I wanted to say we have, as AFC, come up with various funding models, and most one that we are now piloting on is called Cooperative Ride-on Access Window, where we are collaborating with the cooperative movements in the country so that we can reach as many farmers as possible. You know, the cooperative movement are able to disburse small-scale loan facilities, which at AFC level, we may not be able to give out 10,000, you know.
Sure.
We are also looking at what we call anchor models. We have identified across the country some of our large-scale farmers who have bigger impact in the various value chains that we have. Mm-hmm. And so when we give them money, they are able to, at their level now, deal with the small-scale farmers. Uh-huh. And this has given us tremendous impact. Even when you look at loan default with the models that we have, it's really going down.
So what has been the impact of this in terms of uplifting and empowering farmers at the grassroots level?
I think we are able, through these models, we are able to reach many farmers across the country. For example, we are now collaborating with about 5 cooperative societies, and when you look at the number of farmers we've been able to reach,
yes,
it's now in excess of 100,000 mm-hmm. within a very short time. Mm-hmm. And when we go to see what they are doing on the ground, you can see significant progress even in terms of what they are able to put in their pockets. And also, when you see the way they have been able to pay their loans, mm-hmm. I think the impact is increasing.
All right. And Mr. Meso, what's the general outlook
Yes.
for funding for agriculture? We've seen, like we started off, you talked about the great underfunding that has happened in agriculture, not only in Kenya, but also in Africa. What is the future for financial solutions in terms of better funding farmers at very pocket-friendly interest rates, if I may say so?
First of all, Abby, I want to encourage you to be a farmer, because it's only through farming that you are able to get what I call pure income, because it's pure, you know, there are no corners. And therefore, what I see great future, because the only business that will be able to give you quick cash flows, I think, is when you engage as farming as a business. You know, in 3 months, 6 months, you are able to have money in your pocket. So I see many financial institutions now targeting the area of agribusiness.
Yes.
And therefore, for AFC, for example, now we just negotiating with the African Development Bank, a very huge loan facility that may be coming on board maybe in the next 6 months. And that can only go a long way in telling you that there's future in agriculture attracting affordable credit. And obviously at AFC, you know, our interest rates are 10% per annum. In that area, we are the lowest, and we want to have as many people on board as possible.
All right. We do look forward to...
And also when you look...
Actually, we've run out of time, Mr. Meso, but it's an interesting topic, and we'll definitely be pushing this agenda further, and we look forward to hosting you in the near future here on KTN Business Today. Many thanks for your insights and your great input.
Thank you very much, Abby, and I will be in your studios maybe again next week.
All right.
We want to bring you good news and good things that we are doing at AFC.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Sir.